Now at where the eyebrows end, gently tap there. And little bit above where the temples are, use your fingertips to gently do circles. A few circles in one direction and these few circles in the opposite direction. Now come underneath the eyes where the eye bags are and somewhere in the middle part, under the lower eyelid, and tap there a few times. And then come to the inner corners of the eyes and gently tap. Then come to close to your nostrils on either side where the crease begins and tap there. So these practices help loosen the fluids around your eyes, especially in the morning. We have a lot of that, so this helps with that drainage. Now we will do our eye exercises. So bring your finger in front of you and then keep staring at the tip as you gradually bring the fingertip towards your eyes. The point at which the image becomes double, you stop and you return the finger back as you stare at the tip of the finger. So keep it slow. Keep staring at it. Normally, the eye exercises themselves are a whole half an hour worth of yoga if one is working on reversing the myopia and all those other issues that one has, presbyopia, etc. Okay, relax. Now we are going to move the finger to the right side and we will turn our vision towards the right, following the tip of the finger. So start looking at the tip, and as the fingers is moving to the right, keep moving your eyes. Head stays where it is. The neck doesn't move. And then you start bringing it back. So at your own pace, now switch hands. With the other hand, start moving. So do both a few times. If there's an issue with the muscle, you might find some burning sensation. You might start tearing up. And bring it down. Now we are going to do the gaze up and down. So bring the finger in the front, lift the hand up, and keep looking at the tip of the finger. Once you raise it to the highest point, then slowly lower it down. Continue watching the tip. You can also do this with the help of a pen or a pencil. Now we will simply use our eyes to look at on the right side top part, towards the right corner, and then bring the gaze down to the left side towards the floor. So do this a few times, and then you switch to the left up and right down. Stretch the area around your eyes, stretch those muscles fully when you are lifting them in towards the top or the bottom. If you have done both rounds, then you can do full circle. So you will look up to the right maximum, down, all the way down to the left, lift up, and then come down. So do 3 circles from one side and 3 from the other. Again, the neck is not moving. It is only the eyes. The slower the movement, the better it is. But because of the time constraint, we are doing it a little faster. Once you complete your 3 rounds, close your eyes. Some of you might notice drainage happening just by this movement of the eyes. Now rub your palms together and cup your eyes with warm palms. Let that warmth seep in. You are not pushing over your eyes, you're gently cupping. And continue to breathe. And remove the. One thing that I'm used to since childhood, but now it is doctors don't want us to do that. But for the eyes, we would put cool water in the mouth, and as we were swishing water in the mouth, we would take cold water and splash our eyes with water, and that was considered good for waking up the eyes. But now the doctors think that is not a good idea. So instead of that, what you can do is you can take a bowl of clean water and just cup your eyes into it like this and flutter your eyes within that, and that will also help. The other thing that is done in the yoga practices in Ayurveda is that you take water, you should boil the water so that there is no stuff in there. And then you add a pinch of triphala powder in it, leave it overnight, and then next morning you filter it. And with that water, the cupping that I'm talking about, you just cup that. But these days, I don't know how good the triphala powder is. So I'm just telling you about it, but if you do it or not, I cannot say. Okay, so that is, as we said, I was going to do a lot of the cleansing type of stuff. So we did the eyes. Now we talked about neti. So this is a typical neti pot. You can find it. This one is made of plastic, but I think these days it's better to go for ceramics and other materials that are non-leaching. And you boil the water, let it come to a full rolling boil, and then you add certain amount of salt in there. Let it cool down to a temperature that you can easily take. And then you just put it here. You keep your mouth slightly open so you can breathe, and the water goes in and then starts coming out from your opposite nostril. So after doing this cup full of one side, then you can do the same thing on the other side. And it helps remove all the mucus and the dirt and dust and even the viruses that might be trapped in. And now that the season is changing, it is all the more necessary that we practice this on a daily basis. So that's our nasal. Now, the other thing that is done is oil pulling. So you take some oil, like a cooking oil, in your mouth and swish it around and keep it for some time. And then you spit it out, but don't spit it out in your sink. Otherwise, you'll start jamming it up with the oils. So it helps, with the gum health, and any kind of tooth issues that you might have. And you can also do that. You can make a paste of oils and salt and some turmeric, and then you can massage your gums with that. But be careful, because some people are highly sensitive to salt crystals, and you can actually hurt your gums. So if you can make a very smooth paste, then use that. Otherwise, you can simply do the oil pulling. The other thing with the teeth is the use of clove oil. So if you have a toothache, instead of running for an ora gel, if you take that and just you put it at the root of the tooth that's hurting with the help of the Q-tip, and then it will gradually start working on it. So it is a good antibacterial. Okay, the other thing is, I know we get ear wax and ear pain. And so in what I have always done, and I also did it with my child when all her, since she was born, I would put oil in there. So I would warm up the oil. When it was tepid, I would put a few drops in there, and I do that for myself also. And that helps keep the ears clean, and I don't have to put any chemicals into it. And so if you have good quality oil, you can do that. And let me tell you, like, my daughter did not have to take antibiotics until she was about 17, 18 years old, because no ear issues happened from the very beginning. And then the oil massage of the body, that is highly recommended in yoga, Ayurveda. In winter time, the warmer oil is the mustard oil, and in the summertime, it's a cooling oil is the sesame oil. So you can use that. And typical massages, I know back in India, most of you, I think you grew up in India, so they would do it like this. So basically, you are trying to move the toxins out from the body by doing this movement like this, gently, and so that's something. All right, so let us do Nadi Shodhan, which is the alternate nostril breathing. That's we are bringing the balancing of the two nadis, or the cleansing. So you will breathe in through both nostrils, and you will breathe out through your left. Then you will breathe in through your right 3 times. The length of your exhale and inhale should be almost equal. The breath should be smooth. There's no jerkiness in there. And once exhale ends, you start inhaling. Once inhale ends, you start exhaling. That's continuous process. And see if you can make it deeper, and you can make it soundless. Now, if somebody has a cold or a stuffy nose, that would be a little difficult. So soundless is a preferred thing, but see what you can do. So after you are done with a round of 3 sets of left exhale, right inhale, you pause for a couple of breathing cycles, then you exhale right and inhale left 3 times. Begin, and at your own pace. Now come to a standing position and we will do Agnisar. Some of you already know it, but I see a couple of new people. So you will bend slightly like so. Just watch me. I'm just breathing in. So when I'm breathing in, this thing lowers down. And then I'm breathing out. I'm slightly coming up and bending slightly more forward. And then what we have to do is as we are breathing in, this is relaxing, then this, and then this is relaxing. And when we are breathing out, this is tightening, lifting up, and then your navel center goes towards the back and complete exhalation occurs. Once the exhalation has ended, you start releasing these down as you are inhaling slowly. Okay? So begin, do a few rounds. When you get tired, you stop, and then you can do a few more. Okay. So let us do now some movements, joint stretch and stretches. So breathe in and lift up your right arm. Breathe out, down. Repeat. And in the opposite direction. Other arm. And the other way. Both arms out at shoulder height. Palms are facing the opposite walls. And rotate the shoulders. And reverse the direction. And down. Bring the right arm out at shoulder height. Flip up the palm. Raise towards the ceiling and rotate. Reverse. And down. Left arm, flip up, raise, rotate. Reverse. Bring the elbows by your sides, make soft fists. Breathe in and start opening up. Keep the breath deep and squeeze the shoulder blades. And then gradually bring together as you exhale. A couple of more times. Drop the arms down. Raise both arms at shoulder height, make soft fists. Draw the arms close to the body, elbows to your sides. Lift up in the back, towards the ears. Release with strong exhalation. And do this a few more times. Release. Bring the arms at shoulder height, palms are facing up. Make fists, drawing towards your armpits, and then open and repeat. And drop your arms down. Fingers on the shoulders, and we will do shoulder rotations. So bring the elbows to the front, down, back, lift up. Repeat. Opposite. And release. And just move your arms about. Now we'll work our neck. So we will breathe in. As we breathe out, we'll bring the chin towards the right shoulder, and then we will bring the neck to the center and then to the left. So breathe out, breathe in back. And come back to the center. Now the chin will go down and then head will go back. So breathe in, breathe out, down. Breathe in up and slightly back without straining the neck. Repeat down and a couple of more times in both directions. Now we will do bringing the ear to meet the shoulder, not vice versa. So breathe in, breathe out, down. And with your hand, put a little bit pressure on the opposite side of the head to deepen the stretch on the left side and continue to breathe. Release. Now to the other side. And then put pressure on this side. Leave the arms loose, shoulders relaxed. And come back. In all these postures, notice your position also. I just noticed that when I was doing the side bend, I stuck my stomach out. So I was not in my neutral position of the Tadasana that we maintain. So these are some things that you need to be working with yourself. Now do 3 neck rolls from one side and 3 from the other. Arms at shoulder height, push an imaginary wall. Pull the arms in, up, down, up, the fingers down, out, back. Now with this other hand, pull your fingers back. Move the wrist side to side. Turn the palm up, pull back, move the wrist. The other hand, pull back, move. Up, pull back, and rotate. And release. Now bring both palms facing each other at shoulder height. And now hook the fingers in. Pull tightly away. Each is pulling the other one away. And bring this elbow up behind the head. And then the other one in the front. And also move your waist while you are doing this. As deep a movement you can create in the waist as possible. Last one. And now hook the fingers the other way. Stretch and start from the opposite direction. And release. In the next one, we are going to turn to twist the waist to the right side. So breathe in, lift up the arms at shoulder height. Apply the root lock by pulling these muscles tight, and exhale and move to the right. The upper body is looking to the right side. Bring your left hip forward by moving your waist slightly more. Turn your head to look at the right fingertips and keep on breathing. Head straight, untwist the waist, come to the center and drop the arms down. Again, breathe in, lift up, tighten the pelvic muscles, exhale and turn to the left side. Bring your right hip along, turn the head to the left side and breathe. Head straight, untwist the waist, come to the center and down. Now we are working the hip joint. So stand tall, press your left foot firmly into the floor to get a good grounding. And then extend the right leg forward with your toes pointing forward. And then bring it back, toes pointing up. So toes are also moving with the leg in different opposite directions. First one, and down. Now ground yourself firmly on your right foot. Stabilize your breath. And then begin with the other leg. Utilize your glutes, utilize your back muscles, pelvic muscles in this movement. And down. Now we are going to bring the right leg to the side and then back to the center. Again, you have to tighten up this area, the whole back and the front, in order to get this movement. And down. Now the left leg. and down. Now we do leg circles at the hip. Reverse direction. And down. Begin with the left leg. Change the direction. And bring the leg down. Go down to our knee joint now. First we do kicks. Now try to get to the opposite hip. Now, without bending the body, lift up your knee towards the chest. To your capacity. Now see if you can bring the right knee towards the left side. And come back and take a few resting breaths. Now bend slightly for knee rotations. Keep your palms on your thighs and start rotating. Switch the direction. Come back. Bring your right foot in the front and point the toes. And then point them up. Get a good stretch in your shin and calf muscles. And rotate the ankle. Reverse. Back. Extend the left foot, toes pointing forward, then up, down, up, down, up, rotate. Reverse. Come back. We always do the coming up on toes, then going back on the heels. As I have talked in the past, that is good for the lymphatic pump, which is the longest one in the legs. So let's do that. That's part of our cleansing part also. And then going back. Okay. So I also wanted to talk about the gut cleansing a little bit because when we have to go to the bathroom, sometimes we are quite constipated and all. And one of the good practices is that you take warm water and drink it in the morning. Those who who have no problems with lemon, you can squeeze lemon into it, and then a tiny bit honey if that you want it for taste, and if you don't have diabetes issues. So a couple of glasses of water, you drink, and you do a couple of stretches. That will help you go to the bathroom much more easily. So one of them would be that you had your water, you rise up on your toes, and then bring and come down. So you do it rapidly, few times. Then you have to do side bends. This is part of our class anyways, typically, but I'm just showing you as part of our cleansing routine. So what will happen is that water will travel from your stomach into your intestines and will slosh around and move the garbage along with it. Now we will do a bigger, deeper twist. So for that, we'll be turning this way and then this way. So you can watch me first. My one palm sits on my opposite shoulder. The other arm is behind me. And I will just move my waist and the upper body is moving. And twist. And then once you are in the back, try to look at your heels if you can. Don't push it though. After you've done that, you come forward, you switch your arms. And then look the other side. So do this a few times at your own pace. This will further coax your intestines to drive all that water, and along with the water, the sludge. And then, of course, our squatting, the malasana, most Indians can still do it. So you come down and you sit like this. If you cannot, hold on to a chair or something, and so that you can be seated, or go against a wall. But what it is doing is that the thighs are pushing against your abdomen and trying to squeeze out the stuff from the body. And along with this, after you've sat in this position for some time, you can bring your right knee towards the left side on the other side of this. Now, with this hand, this is my left knee, I'm pushing it to the right side. So one knee is going left, the other one is going right. And then you look towards the back. So this is squeezing out the stuff further. Then you come up and you change the sides of the knees and look on the opposite side. So do this a few times. If it is bothering you, then don't do it because you don't want to get hurt. But I just wanted to show you that these are very good movements or kriyas for elimination from the digestive tract. All right, once you are done, settle back. Sit tall. Keep the body relaxed. Just notice your breath first. We talk about diaphragmatic breathing. You can also practice sitting in this posture, one palm over the other at the lower abdomen. Feel the breath go down into your pelvis. And as it is released, the pelvis is squeezing up. And you just follow the breath for a few cycles. If we make this diaphragmatic breathing a normal part of our life, then we will have less problems. All right, let's massage our legs. And as we are doing that, we are coming forward, keeping our head straight. We are not bending the neck. And this gives us flexibility in the back to have a better forward bend. If you need to bend your knees slightly, it's okay. You don't want to lock them. Now bend your right knee and bring the foot alongside the inner thigh and on the left side. Sit tall. And start walking your hands over your left leg as you are bending at the hips and bringing the entire torso as one unit forward without dipping down the head. Keep the head up. Breathe. Wherever is your final point, stay there and breathe. Make the breath relaxed. The body will automatically help you and it will start bending forward further. And slowly come up. Now swivel to the right side. And now put your hands on either side of the right knee and start bending forward. And see how much further you can come without lifting the other hip off the floor. And wherever it is, stay there for a few breathing cycles. Again, feel the body respond as you breathe, as you relax, the body bends on its own. And walk the hands back. Now sit in such a way that your torso is in between the two legs. So my left foot is here, my right knee is here, and in between, I am gradually coming forward. Again, the neck is not bending down, head is straight, and to whatever point you can come, stay there and breathe. And slowly rise up. Extend this leg and do a gentle massage of your legs. Now we are going to do the other side. So bring the left foot alongside your right thigh. Sit tall and start walking your hands over your right leg as you are bending the upper body forward. Wherever it's your final point, stay there and you have some relaxed breaths. And gradually come back. Now turn to the other side, other leg, that is the left leg, and then start bending towards the left side as far as you can go without lifting the right side up. And come back. Now in between the two legs, breathe in, breathe out and start going down. And wherever is your final point, stay there for a few breaths. And slowly rise up. Extend the leg, shake them out. Now bend your knees. We are going to do the cat and the cow with the breath align movement. So we'll be on all fours. So for the cat, your back will become curved like this, dipping in the middle. Head is lifted up, hips are lifted up, and your breath breathed in. And in the cat, in the cow is that. In the cat, you have curved up your lower back and you have exhaled completely. When you are exhaling, just like we did Agnisar standing up, pulling the muscles in from the pelvic floor, the pelvic muscles, the lower abdominal muscles, and then pulling in the navel center backwards. So do that. Same thing in the cow, relax those muscles as we did in Agnisar, standing up. It's hard to explain, but see whatever you can do. Just mimic what you did standing up as an Agnisar with cow and cat instead. One last round. And sit back. This is also good for the flexibility of your back, lower back especially. Now come on your backs and keep your knees bent. Your feet are closer to the hips. Keep the knees slightly apart. We are going to do the Agnisar movement here. So you will breathe in, you are relaxing your abdominal muscles down to the pelvic floor. As you are breathing out, you're pulling in the pelvic floor muscles, the lower abdominal muscles up to the navel center. Then you're pulling the navel center as if it's being pulled towards the back of your body. Okay, so begin. Keep the arms relaxed by your sides. And with your inhale, allow the muscles to relax down to the pelvic floor and then progressively contract them as you exhale from pelvic floor to your navel center. You'll notice that your lower back, the lumbar region flattens in the exhale and becomes curved out in inhale. And now relax. Just place your palms below your belly button, one on top of the other. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep your entire lumbar flat on the floor and breathe. And watch the rise and fall of your palms on your belly. Now spread your knees apart, the feet away from each other. Bring the arms at shoulder height, spread apart. Breathe in. As you're breathing out, drop the two knees to the right side. And then gently turn your neck towards the left side. Relax the shoulders and breathe. With the next inhale, lift up the knees. And then exhale towards the left side. Knees go to the left. The head turns towards the right. And breathe. Make the head straight. Now turn it towards the left side and keep one knee on top of the other. Support your head on your upper arm and take a few breaths. This is also a good position to lie in after eating a meal for 5-10 minutes because it opens up your right nostril, which is the solar one, which is what is needed to support the digestive process. Also, various juices that pour into the stomach for digestion are pouring out in that direction. So lying on the left side is very helpful. And when you are ready, come to a seated position. Keep your elbows by your sides, palms in your lap. Allow the breath to become relaxed. Palms at the heart center, and we will recite the prayer. Om Asito Ma Sadigamaya Tamaso Ma